Mr Vaz, thank you very much indeed for joining us. I'm sure many of our viewers will know that you've been talking to a lot of police officers today. Who were you impressed by?
We were very impressed with Sue Akers. I think that she understands that the reputation of the Met is very much on her shoulders, and it was important for her to tell us exactly what she was doing. We didn't ask about individual cases, but we certainly asked about the processes she was going to adopt. And there is still a large number of people who have not been contacted, and of course, as Chris Bryant has said, ought to have been contacted many years ago. We were very impressed with her evidence. We listened carefully to the evidence of the other police officers. I think we were disappointed that, having had the evidence for a number of years, the so-called Clarke Hayman inquiry had not looked at it more carefully. We accepted what Mr Clarke had said. But we were disappointed also that the so-called Yates review took place so quickly, only within, I think, 8 hours on one particular day, and no fresh legal advice was sought. Assurances were given to Mr Yates, and he accepted them. Hindsight, of course, is a wonderful gift. We'd all like to have hindsight, but we think that it should have been done better. And he himself, Mr Yates, has said he felt that the inquiry that he conducted, the fact-finding mission, I think he described it as, was poor, and it should have been much better. And he apologised to the committee. Peter Clarke apologised to the victims, and Andy Hayman, at the end of his evidence, also apologised to the victims. So from that point of view, there was people were coming off to the committee and apologising, which is always nice to know when people have admitted that something's gone wrong.
And does your disappointment stretch to frustration?
I think I've chaired Home Affairs for 4 years now, and I have never known a session where every single member was so angry and so robust in the way in which they've dealt with witnesses. I think that was the right approach, because that's what we're there for, select committees. We're there to probe, to find out exactly what has happened. They were keen to get to the bottom of the facts. I think my colleagues asked exemplary questions, and what we had was answers that in some cases were unconvincing. And therefore, I think we will still need to look at this again as part of the public inquiry, which I hope can be set up with terms of reference.
We're almost out of time, Mr Vaz. I'm so sorry to interrupt you. Almost out of time, but I just wonder, in the 30 seconds we've got left, do you think you will finally get to the facts?
Well, I hope so. One of the purposes of today was to try and get information that we've never had before, being given to Parliament. We can now put that with the other information we've got, and actually it'll make the life of the public inquiry much easier now that we've had these hearings.
Okay.